Hey everybody, Kat here. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. It's Thursday, and today I found something quite interesting. You know, I've been doing a little bit of thought about Prince William, when he might come to the throne, all of the things around that. And if you've been following me, you have an idea of what I think. When he might ascend to the throne and circumstances around it. Very interesting stuff. So I was kind of thinking, well, I wonder what name he would take. Because it doesn't necessarily have to be William. He's got several other regal names in his name. William, Philip, Arthur, George. Could have been any one of those. I have my suspicions. I have my thoughts. What it might be. And why. But so I was thinking, because, you know, I don't know that much about ancient British history. So I thought I'd do a little bit of looking into his forebear, William the First, known as William the Conqueror. What I found was quite interesting. So here we go. Now, William I's coronation took place Christmas Day in 1066, shortly after his success at the Battle of Hastings. Now, only 3 years later, you know, in York, things were terrible. Cathedrals were ransacked. The church was in disarray. Violence in the streets. William waged a campaign to burn down and destroy everything. Interestingly enough, this program was called the Harrying of the North. Harrying. Problems were so bad, a harrying was necessary. He had to control the Yorks. So William, you know, he had to control the Yorks, and the harrying was the solution. Harry and the Yorks, Andrew, William's biggest problems. Just like today. History doesn't repeat itself exactly, but it rhymes. And if you're familiar with any of my work, I've got a couple of playlists. King Charles III, Life Imitating Art, and also The Time Loop. 2 playlists that outline particular, what I like to call historical overlays. Sort of echoes, footprints from the past, playing out again in front of our eyes today, in a certain way. Names and places and phrases and events and photographs and all kinds of things that match up. It's really, really interesting. Now, as King William I violently suppressed rebellion to emphasize his power most brutally during the harrying. And what have I said? William's going to be brutal in dealing with the Yorks and Harry. He also restructured the church. redistributing lands to Norman lords and ordering the Doomsday Book in 1086. It's actually two remaining books. What it is, what the king commissioned. We'll get into in a minute. I'll explain it loudly. First of all, just a little bit more background. In 1085, just before this, William was facing rebellion from his son Bruce and another Dane invasion. So he had problems to the left of him, problems to the right of him, and he wanted control over his kingdom, damn it. So in a bid to control his lands and his people and his resources, William sent his soldiers, his agents, to every corner of his land to record everything. Every person in that house, their forebears also, a history of the dwelling, the surrounding property. Every stalk of wheat produced, every egg laid, everything, every lamb birthed on that farm, a record of absolutely everything. Now, some historians claim that the Doomsday Book was like a tax ledger, but it wasn't organized in a way that you could make any sense out of it. There was no totals, there was no sums. It was an accounting. Like the Book of Life. The name Doomsday Book is therefore a function of its awesome reputation among the English. It involves and invokes the day of judgment described in the book of Revelations. In William's the First's day, this book was his analog to the New World Order's Internet of Things. An analog to the proposed digital ID, if you will. All of your information in one book, all of your information in one digital ID. And that is being promoted not only in William's lands, but all over the world, all over his commonwealth. And one day, William as monarch is going to have to sign off on that bill, putting digital ID, his Doomsday Book, into practice. Some say the digital ID is the mark of the beast described in the Book of Revelation, which has been alluded to already in description of William's Doomsday Book. Is this our William's destiny? History's quite something, isn't it? This is wild. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and leave me a comment. I want to know what you're thinking. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.